Welcome everybody. We are going to be doing a Pilates core and stretch class today. So this is the class that I usually do, a 45-minute kind of core focused workout, and then we stretch for the remaining 15 minutes. So we're going to start with a nice little neuromuscular warm-up today. We're going to lie down on our back. So just make sure your mat feels kind of slippery. If not, you can always move to the edge of your mat so that your feet are off. We're going to find that neutral placement through our pelvis. You should have a little space open between your low back and the mat. And just allow the shoulder blades to pull back onto the mat. If your shoulders tend to round forward, you might want to rotate the palms up. It'll give you that width across your collarbones. It'll make it feel more comfortable. And on our inhale, we're going to maintain neutral as we let our right knee fall to the side without allowing the hips to move or the left knee to move. We're going to slide it straight down. So make sure it's right in alignment with your hip. We're going to rotate in, so you're going into medial rotation. Pull it in. And then knee goes out to the side again. Inhale, reach it long. Medial rotate, exhale, pull it in. And as we're just moving the leg and the hip joint, there should be no motion through the pelvis and the low spine. One more time here. And then we're going to reverse. The knee will go inward towards the left knee. We're going to stretch it down, deepening that medial rotation. Rotate laterally. Pull the leg back so the heel goes right up towards the sit bone, knee is out to this side. Now let's go ahead and do that again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. One more time. We're going to take our left knee, let it fall to the side. Remember, when I want to draw that straight line down, immediately rotate at the bottom, pull it in without allowing your right leg or hips to shift. Inhale, extend it, exhale, immediately rotate, pull it in. So again, just bringing that awareness into your hip joint, feeling that rotation in the hip socket, but keeping that stability through the pelvis. So the transverse abdominis will work a little bit as we're inhaling and exhaling and moving that leg. Let's reverse it. Left knee falls inward, stretch it down, deepening that medial rotation. Turn it out. As you pull it in, the heel goes right up towards your sit bone, knee is to this side. Inhale and exhale. Remember, the right leg and hips do not change. 2 more. And 1 more. And then from here, we're going to bring our knees together. And we're going to roll onto our left side. Arms straight out. Pull your knees up towards your belly button. Let your head rest on the floor and bring your hands together. Keep your knees and your hips stacked. On an inhale, we're going to rotate from the ribs, and that is what's going to lift our top arm up. On your exhale, we're going to rotate back. Allow your right hip to be pushed forward, so we don't want that hip to roll back. The hips and knees stay stacked. Take an inhale. Focus on feeling the front of the right ribs expand. Exhale, go deeper into that rotation. Inhale, again, initiating from the rib cage. We're going to rotate back up, and then hands come together. Exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. From the ribs, we're going to rotate. Inhale, the arm lifts, and then exhale, we open up behind us. Inhale, front of the right ribs expand. Deepen that rotation. Exhale. Inhale, rotating back up from the ribs. The arm lifts up. Exhale, hands come to center. Inhale, rotate. So we feel that twist from our waist. Exhale, open up behind you without allowing the knees to shift. Inhale, expand the ribs. Feel them open up. Exhale, deepen that twist. Inhale, rotate from the ribs to come back to center. Exhale, hands come together. We're going to go ahead and push ourselves up to do the other side. So again, knees bent, hips and knees stacked, knees pulled up towards your navel, and then hands straight out in front, arms are straight. From our waist, we're going to inhale, lift up and rotate. Exhale, open up behind us. Take an inhale, open up through the left ribs. Exhale, go a little bit deeper into your rotation without letting your left knee pull back. Inhale, from the ribs we rotate. Exhale, hands come back together. Again, inhale, rotate. Exhale, deepen it as your arm goes behind you. Inhale, open up through the ribs, pulling that left hip forward. Exhale, deepen that twist. Inhale, twisting back to center. Exhale, hands come together. One more time. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, open up. Make sure the knees are still stacked, hips are still stacked. Inhale, open up through the ribs. Exhale, go deeper. Feel that nice twist through our body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands come together. We're going to go ahead and come on to all fours in a quadruped position. Knees right underneath the hips, hands right underneath the shoulders. Find nice neutral pelvis so your spine is straight. Sit bones feel like they're looking straight behind you. We're going to start to articulate up into cat, but we're going to start with our head. So drawing the chin down, start to feel the crown of the head get heavy. Pull the shoulder blades apart, and then lift up through the belly, thinking hip bones, bottom of the ribs and the hip bones together. Tail's the last thing to tuck. So trying to find that even curve through our body, making sure your hips don't push forward or you're sitting back. So hips still over your knees. Now inhale, we're going to start to lift the crown of the head. As you do that, you'll feel your shoulder blades glide towards one another, just enough where they're flat on your back, and then low spine lengthens. Tailbone is the last thing to lift. Let's do that again. Exhale, head drops down. Start to feel the shoulder blades push away. Lift up through the belly. Think bottom of the ribs to the hips. All the way up. Feel those shoulder blades pull apart. Big stretch through our body. Start to lift the head as you pull the shoulder blades flat against the back. Low spine lengthens. Sit bones the last thing to lift. So creating that length again. Well, again, drop the head. Exhale, curl. Lift up through the belly. And then inhale, lift the head, lengthen all the way out. This time we're going to add some width across the collarbones and just lift through the upper middle part of your back a little bit. And now we're going to, from our center, curl. So head and tail drop at the same time. Inhale, we're going to lengthen, adding that width across the collarbones to extend the middle back. Let's do that again. Exhale, curl right from the middle. Inhale, lengthen, lifting the heart. One more time, exhale, curl. And then instead of going into our extension, we're just going to lengthen to neutral. We're going to curl the toes under, roll over the feet, and move yourself up on your mat. Grabbing the backs of the legs, let's go ahead and roll down. We're going to go right into 100s. So we're going to take the arms at the side of the body. Take a nice inhale to prepare. And on our exhale, we're going to lengthen our tailbone away from the backs of the ribs. So it's just a different way to cue imprint. It'll feel more subtle. On an inhale, bring one leg to tabletop. Exhale, other leg comes to tabletop. On an inhale, we're going to prepare and lengthen the back of the head away from the skull. And then exhale, curl up, extend those legs. Let's pump those arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Full breath. Exhale. Collarbones wide. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 50 staccato breath. In, out, 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 out. Two more rounds. Last round. We're going to pause. Inhale, curl deeper. Exhale, bend the knees and lower the head and shoulders and arms back onto the mat. We're going to bring our feet down hip width apart and release our pelvis back to our neutral placement. Take a deep breath in. We're going to draw chin to chest. So again, think about lengthening the back of your head away from your shoulders. And then using our upper abs, we're going to curl the head and shoulders off the mat. You're looking over your knees, and you make sure you're still in neutral. Little pelvic floor lift, almost like you're picking up a tissue from the floor. Feel the abdominals kind of get tight and flatten at the lower part. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, prepare. Lengthen the back of your head away from your shoulders. Exhale to curl up, making sure you're neutral. So we feel those ribs drawing down to the mat. Take an inhale, hold it. Exhale, lower back down. Release the chin tuck again, nodding the chin. Exhale to curl, making sure you're neutral. Remember, your gaze is at your knees. Take an inhale, hold. Fill up those lungs. Exhale, lower back down. We're going to make it a little harder. Inhale, lengthen the back of your head away from your shoulders. Exhale, curling up. As we hold, inhale, take those arms by your ears. Exhale, lower down. This time on our inhale, we're going to lift our arms, lengthen the crown of the, back of the head away from your shoulders, and exhale, curl up. Make sure you're neutral. Inhale, hold, take those arms high by your ears, shoulders down, and exhale, lower down. So a little bit more working on those upper abs. Inhale, arms lift, head lengthens, and curl. Inhale, hold, lift those arms. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, arms lift, draw chin to chest, and exhale, curl. Inhale, hold, lift those arms. Exhale, lower down. We're going to hug the right knee in. Just give it a little hug. And left knee in. Give it a little hug. Rolling side to side. Deep breath in and out. Draw chin and chest. You're going to curl the head and shoulders off the mat. Start to use a little rocking motion. And we're going to roll all the way up. So we're going to place our toes just on the mat. Hands resting right on your ankles or your shins. If you need a little space, you can have the knees open. We're going to be right to the back of the sit bones. Collarbones wide. Your gaze will be down towards your pubic bone or towards your thighs. And we're going to deepen this flexion through our lumbar spine, and we're going to roll back. So we're going to tip deeper off the sit bones. And it all happens from the lower spine. The collarbones stay wide. My upper mid-back just stays in a little bit of flexion. And then we're going to come right back up onto the sit bones. And again, scooping. So really feeling the lower abdominals flatten and pull back to the mat. And then inhaling to come up. Exhale, scoop. Feel that stretch in your lumbar spine because we're flexing it deeper. Inhale, come up. Now we're going to try to do it in a balance with our feet lifted in tabletop. Curl deeper. Remember, it's through the lower part of the abs. We're going to come right back up to the back of the sit bones. So you're almost going back. You're tipping back towards your sacrum, and then right before you hit your low back, you're going to come right back up. One more time. Now from here, we're going to tuck our feet in. We're going to use that same motion to deepen our flexion, and on your inhale, you're going to roll like a ball. Exhale, come right back up and balance. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, your head never touches the floor. You're rolling back to the shoulder blades, and then you're coming right back up. Inhale back. Use that exhale to roll through the low spine. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. One more. We're going to grab our ankles. We're going to extend our legs. You can also have your knees bent here if your hamstrings are tight. And now we're going to lift the upper mid-back. The gaze is slightly lifted. Same movement. You're going to tuck the tail under. You'll look down by your thighs. Open leg rocker. Come right back up. Little bit of a lift through your mid-back to balance. And then we scoop again. Inhale. Exhale. Come right back up. And scoop. Inhale. Exhale, come right back up. Two more times. One more time. And we're going to bring our knees in, grab the backs of your legs, and slowly roll down. Finding neutral, keeping the head and shoulders curled up. We're going to bring our left hand to the inside of our right knee. And right hand near the ankle. We're going to extend the left leg for single thigh stretch. Imagine your hands as a channel, and that is where you're going to pull your knee into. We're going to switch and switch. Make sure you're neutral. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, inhale, exhale, Imagine hitting a bullseye with your toes. So we contract the quads, pull those kneecaps up towards your hips as you reach your leg out. 2 more times. Hug the knees in and rest back onto the mat. Roll your head side to side, couple deep breaths in and out. So again, we're going to maintain our neutral placement. So think about the hip bones pulling together, that gentle lift in the pelvic floor until you feel your low abdominals get tight and brace and flatten. Draw chin to chest. So again, lengthening the back of the head away from the shoulders. And we're going to use our upper abs to curl up. Your gaze is at your knees. Now we're going to maintain neutral, keep our curl. We're going to bend the elbows. Inhale. Now imagine you have a hat on. You're going to take that hat off, extend the legs, circle the arms, exhale, pull your knees in. Inhale, bend the elbows. Imagine you have a hat on. You're going to take your hat off as you extend your legs, circle the arms, pull your knees back in. Bend the elbows. Inhale, take your hat off. Exhale, circle. Inhale, bend, take that hat off. Exhale, circle. Let's try to smooth it out 4 more times. Here we go. Bend those elbows. Inhale. 2 more. Are you in neutral? And rest. Rolling the head side to side. Deep breaths in and out. We're going to take our left leg up, give it a nice little stretch back. Right leg up, stretch back. Draw chin to chest. Curl the head and shoulders off the mat. We're going to take that left leg and reach it long. If you can't quite straighten your knees, you can do scissors with a bent knee. And if it feels more comfortable for you to work an imprint, if your hamstrings are a little tight, that might be easier, you can go ahead and do that. So we're going to pulse the legs away 2 times and switch. Pulse, pulse. Now imagine your hands as a dock and your leg is resting in that dock. So you're actually using your muscles to do the pulsing of your leg towards you and away, not by grabbing your leg. So you're just docking your leg and then you're using your muscles to pulse, pulse. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Shh, shh. Arms to the side of the body for more of a challenge. Let's go for another 4 sets. 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees in, roll back onto the mat. Couple deep breaths in and out as we roll side to side. We're going to extend our legs down to the bottom of the mat. Legs and feet hip width apart. Take the arms overhead. It's okay if you don't touch the floor with your arms. Just make sure you don't feel pinched in your shoulder joints. You might want to start with your arms slightly lifted. So you're actively feeling your shoulder blades glide down your back. On an inhale, we're going to lift the arms. Lengthen the back of the neck from your shoulders, and then exhale, curl up. Think bottom of the ribs to the hips. Allow those hip flexors to take over. Coming all the way up. Imagine going up and over a ball, so you're scooping through your abdominals. Your gaze will be just below your knees or between your knees. And then we're going to lead back with the pubic bone and roll back down, bone by bone. Taking an exhale, lift those arms overhead. Keep flexing your feet. Inhale, arms float up. Draw chin to chest. Exhale, curl up. Bottom of the ribs to the hips. Keep flexing your feet. Think about going up and over a ball. Again, your gaze will be down on the floor, between your knees or just below. Think about curling up and over. And then we're going to scoop and roll all the way back down. Keep flexing the feet. Let's do it again. On a 2-breath pattern, so exhale, arms lift up, curl up. Inhale, rolling down. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, rolling down. optional. Keep your arms overhead for a little bit more of a challenge. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, rolling down. One more time. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, rolling down. All right, we're going to, from here, bring our arms down to the side of the body. Take your right leg and lift it up to the ceiling. If you have a hard time, your hamstrings are a little tight, and this left leg is kind of off the mat, feel free to just bend the knee and place the foot on the floor. Try to find that neutral placement to your pelvis and let that right hip kind of drop down. We're going to keep our hips anchored to the mat, so imagine that little teacup on your pelvis. It's going to stay balanced. We're going to cross the midline with the right leg without letting your hip come up. You're going to circle it down, and as you go out to the side, it's just going to go out to the side as far as you can keep that left hip on the mat. Back up to center. So let's go ahead and smooth that out. It's an inhale, cross down, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. We're going to reverse it. Inhale to the side, down, exhale, up, crossing your midline just enough where you're not letting your right hip come off the mat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. 1 more. We're going to lower the leg down. Pull the left leg through tabletop. Reach it to the ceiling. Again, drop the hip. Anchor into the pelvis in your neutral. Imagine that teacup. Inhale, cross the midline down. Exhale, out and up. Inhale, exhale. Pelvis totally still as best you can. 2 more. Reverse it to the side, down, crossing the midline. Enough where the left hip stays on the mat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Now we're going to bend the knee. Lower the foot, slide along the mat. Take those arms overhead. And as our arms float down, we're going to draw chin to chest. Flex the feet. Roll up and over. Restacking the spine. We're going to bend our knees, placing, kind of anchoring your heels into the mat. And we're going to bring our hands behind the head at the base of the skull. Elbows open to the side. Ribs down. Finding the sharpest points of the sits bones. We're going to take an inhale, lean back. When you can't go back anymore, you're going to tuck the tail under and roll down. Take an inhale. Keep your feet flexed. Exhale, rolling up. Dive over the legs, think up and over your ball. Restack tail to head. You can bend the knees a little bit at the top. Again, we're going to lean back. Exhale, scoop, roll back. Inhale, lengthen on the mat. Exhale, draw chin to chest, roll up. Try to keep those elbows wide. As you restack your spine on top of the sit bones, you can bend the knees. Now we're going to take our fingertips right to our forehead like that. And we're going to lean back. Scoop and roll back. Keeping those elbows wide, flex your feet. Draw chin to chest, exhale up. Think up and over. Inhale, restack the spine. One more time, lean back. Scoop and roll back. Inhaling at the bottom, keep your feet flexed. Exhale, rolling up. Think up and over. Inhale, restack the spine. We're going to take our arms out to the side, thumbs facing up for saw. Keeping the feet flexed, sit up nice and tall. Imagine getting taller. So you're feeling your abdominals engage. You're feeling that transversus abdominis wrap around you. You're feeling those muscles in your back stretch through the spine. We're going to inhale, rotate to the right, keeping your hands, your fingertips in your peripheral vision. So try not to do this kind of thing with the arms. And then we're going to round the spine. Think about flexing up and over a ball. You're reaching that left hand to saw off your right pinky toe. Your gaze is going to be to the outside of your right knee. You're going to rotate that back thumb down. We're going to restack our spine nice and tall. And as we twist back to center, turn your right thumb back up. Let's do that to the other side. Get a little taller. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, flex. So draw chin to chest. We're going to round over. The left thumb turns down. Your gaze is going to be at the outside of your right knee. Right shoulder back and right hips on the floor. Restack, inhale. Exhale, come to center. Turn the left thumb up. Let's try to smooth it out. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lengthen. Restack. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, rotate, get taller. Now as you reach, think about the right arm going forward and the left arm going back. Inhale, restack. Exhale, back to center so you get this push and pull. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, reach. Inhale, restack. Exhale, center. One more time. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, reach, push, pull. Inhale. Exhale, coming to center. We're going to bend our knees, place the feet flat on the mat. Not flat on the mat, but anchor your feet so your feet are looking up. We're going to lace our fingers right in front of our chest, and we're going to scoop and roll back, finding our C curve. So feel as though your sit bones are reaching to the backs of the knees. You're thinking bottom of the ribs to the hips. We're curling deeper. We feel the belly flatten. You're only going to go back as far as your belly is flat, and we're going to just rotate side to side. As you rotate, I want you to think about a center line through your body, like a barber pole. You're rotating around the pole. No shifting in your hips. One leg is not getting longer than the other. And let's go ahead and go for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come right back up. Take the arms, palms facing down, collarbones wide, so feel the shoulder blades gently pull back and down. And we're going to scoop and roll back. We're going to open up that right arm, but even weight on your hips. And then we're going to come right back up to center. So you're lifting as you come up. Exhale, scoop, roll back. Left arm opens. Inhale, come right back up. Now let's try to do a swooshing motion or a sweeping motion with our arm. So we're going to inhale, roll back. Exhale, come right back up. Inhale, sweep it down. Exhale, sweep it up. Inhale, sweep it down. Exhale, sweep it up. Inhale, sweep it down. Exhale, sweep it up. Let's go ahead and do that 4 more times. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to keep going, but what I want you to do is bend the right elbow as you rotate back. Bend the left elbow as you rotate back. As you bend the right elbow, send that left arm forward. As you bend the left elbow, send your right arm forward so we get this push-pull through our shoulders again. And we're going to start to pick up our pace. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. 4 more times, not 4 more sides. 4 more times total. Last 2. Last one. Woo! And then you bring the bottoms of your feet together. Just grab your feet, give your shoulders a little bit of a break. Allow your knees to be heavy, and you can even flex forward over the legs. A couple deep breaths in and out here. And we're going to roll over the feet and the knees and come into a quadruped. All right, everybody. Hands right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. Curl the toes under. Anchor the shoulders back and down. Make sure you're not dipping through your belly, so pull up through your core. Your sit bones should be feeling as though they're looking straight back, not up or down. We're going to take a deep breath in to prepare. Feel the pelvic floor engage, so that little tissue lift, just enough where you feel the lower part of your abdominals tighten and get flat. On an exhale, we're going to pick our knees up. At the same time. Inhale, place them down. Exhale, relax. Little engagement through the pelvic floor. Feel the abdominals tighten. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. I had the breath wrong on the first one, sorry. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, prepare. Again, exhale, lift. As you inhale, feel the ribs expand, sides back, front. Exhale, lower. Feel those quads working to pull you back to the floor. Inhale, prepare. One more time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. And take a break. Give your wrists a little roll side to side. Shake them out a little bit, and then we're going to come back. So we're going to be picking up 1 foot at a time. When you pick up your foot, only pick it up 1 inch. Don't go 6 inches. Just pick it up 1 inch. It's going to be lower than you imagine. So again, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to curl the toes under. A little bit of a lift through the pelvic floor. Feel the low abdominals tighten. Anchor the shoulders down. On your exhale, lift. Inhale, we're going to pick up our right foot. Exhale, put it down. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, put it down. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower the knees. I'm going to switch it. We're going to hold before we pick up the feet. Here we go. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift those knees. Inhale, hold. Exhale, pick up the right foot. Inhale, put it down. Exhale, pick up the left foot. Make sure your head's not drooping. Inhale, put it down. Exhale, lower the knees. One more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift those knees. Inhale, let's pick up the left foot. Exhale, put it down. Inhale, pick up the right foot. Exhale, put it down. Inhale, lower the knees. Come off your wrist, give them a little shake out. We're going to repeat that, but in a little different angle in the hips. So from here, we're going to walk our knees back and walk the hands forward, keeping those shoulders right over your hands. So now you don't want your hip joint to be all the way open like this in a low lever plank. You want some flexion at the hip joint. So just a bit of an angle, but the angle is wider. It's not at 90 degrees anymore. We're going to curl the toes under. We're keeping our hips slightly flexed. Little lift in through the pelvic floor. Feel the lower abdominals tighten and flatten. On your exhale, pick your knees up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, place your knees down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift your knees. A little bit more challenging through our abdominals. You're going to feel those lower abdominals working harder. Lower down on your inhale. Prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower down. Maybe even a little bit more work in the shoulders. Now we're going to go into our single leg lifts. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, right foot picks up rather. Put it down, exhale. Left foot picks up, exhale. Put it down, inhale. Exhale, lower the knees. One more set. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift those knees. Inhale, hold. Exhale, left foot picks up. Inhale, put it down. Exhale, right foot picks up. Inhale, put it down. Exhale, lower the knees. We're going to rest in a shell stretch. Your arms can be out in front or to your side. Once you're rounded over the legs, I want you to kind of lift up through your abdominals a little bit so you're actually not collapsed on your thighs. So it's a little more active. And just allowing the muscles in our back and our shoulders to stretch. Restacking our spine nice and tall. And we're going to go ahead and lie down on our belly. Have your hands be, excuse me, either slightly in front of your shoulders, but on the sides of your mat. So, excuse me, your hands will be on the floor. And that way when you rest down, your nose is just hovering above the mat. Your shoulders can feel more relaxed. The tops of the legs are going to stay on the mat. Taking a deep breath in, we're going to kind of pull the shoulders back and slightly down. Not crazy, just enough where you feel them engage. And then lift the pelvic floor enough where you feel the lower part of your abdominals flatten and tighten. You feel the sides of your abdominals kind of pull in. And then on an inhale, we're going to lift the head and chest. So you feel that work in your mid-back. Nothing should be happening in the low. And then use your hand. You're going to press yourself up. Think about getting your hip bones off the mat. And then we're going to lead down, allowing the front of the ribs to come down onto the mat. And then lower the top front of the ribs. Let's do that again. Inhale, engage the pelvic floor, pull up through the abs. Lengthen the back of your neck or back of your head away from your shoulders and pull the shoulders back. Now exhale, lift the front top of the ribs off the mat. So you're lifting your chest, but you feel your bottom ribs pushing into the floor. Exhale, pull the belly up as you push your hands in the floor. We're trying to keep our low back in more of a neutral position. So the hip bones are going to come off. Now we're going to lead down. Think about lengthening to lower down. You're going to feel the bottom of the ribs touch. And then we're going to lower the top front of the ribs. Let's do that one more time slow, and then we'll pick up our pace. Inhale, lengthen the back of your neck away from your shoulders. Draw the shoulders back and down. Pull those abs in. Exhale, lift the front of the ribs so you feel the bottom of the ribs pushing into the floor. Now exhale, belly lifts up more as you push into the floor. Try to get those hip bones off the mat. Your pubic bone is still down. And we're going to lengthen to lower. So you're lengthening out. Feel that work through your abs and your spine. The bottom of the ribs touch first. And then we lower the top front of the ribs. So you feel the mid-back muscles release. So let's go ahead and smooth that out. We're going to change our breathing pattern. We're going to inhale up, exhale to lengthen and lower down. So let's go ahead and do it. Inhale, we're going to lift all the way up. Exhale, lengthen to lower. Your legs stay on the mat the whole time. Inhale, lift, pull those abs in. Exhale, lengthen to lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Make a pillow for your head and rest your forehead right on top of your stacked hands. Legs are hip width apart. Deep breath in and out. Now, unlike the last exercise, we came up a lot. This one, we're going to focus on just hovering over the mat. So we got to kind of modify our range of motion. So we're going to actively glide the shoulders down and away from the ears. Lift through the pelvic floor so you feel your low abs tighten and flatten and your waist cinch. And then on an exhale, we're going to lift the arms, the head, and just the upper front of the ribs. You will feel the bottom part of the chest on the mat, as well as the lower part of the ribs. There should be no work in your low back. On an inhale, we're going to lengthen to lower down. Let's do that again. Shoulders down, inhale, prepare. And exhale, lengthen the back of your neck away from your shoulders, and we're going to lift just into a low hover. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lengthen to lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen the back of your head away from your shoulders. Exhale, lift just the front of the ribs. You feel just the mid-back muscles working. You feel your transverse abdominis working. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower down. One more time, everybody. Inhale, prepare. Shoulders down. Lengthen the back of your head away from your shoulders. And exhale, lift. You're going to hold, inhale. Remember, you're in a low hover. Legs are down. Now lengthen to lower down as you exhale. Ooh, we give those postural muscles some really nice work. We're going to rest in another shell stretch. Again, your arms can be out or to the side. I'll show you with the arms out. And shell stretch, we're not going to collapse on the legs, but instead, once you get into that position, you're going to pull your belly up a little bit so that it actually engages the core slightly, which will release those back muscles a little bit more, just to stretch them out. And we're going to restack our spine, tail to head. All right, we're going to do one more exercise, and then we're going to stretch. So we're going to come into a plank position. You can do this on your forearms. Anchor the shoulders down. We're going to send one leg back, and then the other. You want your legs all the way together. Zip them together. We're going to lift our right foot, pointing the toe. You're gonna flex the left foot, point the right foot. Now point the left foot, flex the right foot, put the foot down. Left foot lifts. You're gonna flex the right foot, point the left foot. Now point the left foot, flex the right foot, flex the left foot, sorry, put the foot down. Let's try that again. So we're gonna lift our right foot. You're gonna flex the right foot, point the right foot as you flex your left foot. Now point the left foot as you flex your right foot, put the right foot down. And again on the left, we're gonna lift the leg. As you flex the right foot, so push back into the heel, you're gonna point the left toes. And now as you push into the floor with your right toes, you're gonna flex your left foot, and then we're gonna put the foot down. One more time each way. Right leg lifts. We drive the left heel back as you point your right toes. Now switch. Put the right foot down. One more time, lift the left foot. As you drive the right heel back, point your left toes. Feel all that work in your core and your shoulders. Switch. Put the foot down. Knees bend. We're going to rest in our shell stretch again. Arms can be in front, or arms can be at your side. No matter where you are, you're engaging your abdominals. Think about rounding a little bit up and over your legs. Head is off the floor. Deep breaths in and out. Restack the spine. So a little brain teaser for our last exercise today. Let's go ahead and take our left foot forward and get that right hip flexor to open up. You're going to come up on your fingertips, lift your heart up. Feel the width and breath across the collarbones here. A little engagement through your abdominals so that you're lengthening and protecting that low back. It'll deepen that stretch in the front of your right hip. Press into that left heel. We're going to bring our hands onto the knee. Take the left hand to the back of the right leg so you're kind of anchoring and bracing against it. Right arm's going to lift high, gentle back bend if that feels okay for your body. We're going to cartwheel our hands down to either side of the left foot and extend the left leg. Pull the left hip back so you're getting that nice stretch in your hamstring. And if you're not quite finding it, you can try rounding your spine and then straightening it. So you get that nice pull in the back of the left leg. We're going to slide that left leg back and step our right foot forward. Come up onto your fingertips. Again, feel that breath and width across the collarbones so that you feel the shoulder blades kind of pulling back and down. Still engagement through the abdominals and the pelvic floor, so you're supporting your stretch. Press into the right foot, bring your hands onto your knee when you're ready. We're going to take our right hand to the back of the left leg and kind of bracing against it. Left arm high, add your gentle back bend. We're going to cartwheel the hands down onto either side of the right foot. Extend the right leg, pull the hip back a little bit. And if you can't quite feel the hamstring stretch, try rounding the spine and then straightening the spine. Right when you straighten it, you'll feel that deepened stretch in the back of your right leg. And then we're going to pull that right foot back and come into a seated position with your legs over to your left. And actually, let's go ahead and stack the knees and the feet. You're going to have your hand, your right hand, out in front in alignment with your knees. Okay, so find that. Make sure it's not way back here. It's slightly in front of you in alignment with your knees. That way when we press up into our side bend, your arm's going to be in the right spot. Left hand at your ankle, palm facing forward. Take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, press into the floor with the bottom hand and your hip. So this hip is lifting us up. We're going to push our hips forward and go up and over. Now slowly lengthen back and down. Let's do that again. We'll smooth it out. Inhale, up and over. Keep squeezing those knees together. Push your hips forward and arch over your mat. Inhale. Sorry, exhale back and down. 2 more times. Inhale up, 2 breaths. Exhale down. Beautiful. 1 more time, everybody. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's go ahead and switch our legs to the other side. Stacking the knees and feet. Just make sure your hand is in front of you in alignment with your knees. The fingertips are facing the front edge of your mat. So my fingertips are facing that way. Right hand on by your ankle or on your shin, palm facing forward. Squeeze those knees together. Here we go. We're going to press up and over. Keep squeezing those knees together. Push your hips forward. Inhale, back and down. Sorry, that's an exhale. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. It should feel really good. 1 more time. Think about lifting through this bottom side. So we're lifting up to open that top side. Beautiful. Go ahead and sit forward with your right leg in front. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to place our right hand just above our knee on our thigh. Left hand by your hip on the mat. You're going to turn away from your right knee. Push it away and we're going to lean down over that left leg. You can add some little pulsing leans if you'd like. You're going to feel this really nice stretch deep in your hip. And maybe even into your low back. We're stretching out our hip flexor. And then we're just going to hold and breathe for a moment. So we're really stretching that iliopsoas. And then we're going to go ahead and come right back up, switching which leg is in front. Take your left hand above the knee on your thigh. Right hand by your hip on the mat. We're going to turn away from the leg. We're going to push it away and lean down over the right leg. Start to add some gentle pulses. You're going to feel that deepen stretch every time you pulse down, and now we're going to hold. So deep into the hip and into the low back is where you're going to feel the stretch. And then we're going to lift back up, taking our left leg out. The leg can look up. We're going to take the arms high, forward fold. Big stretch down. Just let your body be very heavy over the leg. Deep breaths in and out. Maybe even pulling the right hip back a little, left hip back a little bit. We're going to gently restack our spine. Let's go ahead and switch legs. So right leg out, leg is looking up, lift the arms and gentle fold forward. Again, you can even pull the right hip back a little bit. Deep breaths in and out. And we're going to slowly restack the spine. All the way up. And then just fold that leg in. You're going to grab your foot and your shin. Using your arms, we're going to pull ourselves forward, kind of arching our back so we're going into extension. And we're going to roll to the back of the sit bones in flexion. Inhale forward. Exhale back. As you go back, even though you're rounding your spine, keep that width across the collarbones. 2 more times. 1 more. We're going to stay rounded and then dive over the legs. Start to lengthen the crown of your head away from your tail and feel that nice deep stretch in the back of your right hip. From here, we're going to tuck the tail under. Think about rounding the spine to the ceiling. Relax the shoulders and restack from the base of the pelvis all the way up to the crown of the head. We're going to switch, bring your left leg in front, grab the foot and the shin. Again, use your arms, pull yourself forward, And then rock off the sit bones around the spine. Inhale and exhale. Just a nice little cool down. One more. Dive over the legs. Hands are sliding along your mat. You're going to lengthen the crown of your head away from your tail so you feel your extension muscles in your spine working to do that. And you end up in this wonderful stretch for the back of the left head. Deep breaths in and out. And then we're going to lift up through our abs. Just let the hands slide back. My shoulders are pretty relaxed. Restacking from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. Awesome class, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Lots of classic Pilates work and some gentle stretches. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.